Welcome to Discovering. Today is Memorial Day, a day where we honor the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. Unofficially, though, it marks the beginning of the summer season. Perhaps you spent the weekend visiting memorials or gathering with family, or you spent it on the water fishing. I'm sure Connor Baccus did. Tonight on Discovering, we go smallmouth bass fishing with 22-year-old guide Connor Baccus.
Like really big. Almost a 4-pounder. Really nice fish.
So sit back and relax. It's Monday night and it's time for Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forests thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
Across the UP, you can find fishing guides for almost every species of fish. Lake trout, walleye, brookies, salmon, panfish, you name it. 22-year-old Connor Baccus started guiding just last year, and his specialty is bass fishing.
All right, we're on Torch Lake today doing spring smallmouth fishing. The fish are pre-spawn right now, so it's a really fun time to fish. They're up shallow, chewing, so I'm excited to get on them. If the bite stays like it's been, it's gonna be a good day, so I'm looking forward to it. So we're just gonna start out throwing a 3 1/4 inch swim bait on a 1/4 ounce head. That's really my favorite way to target these pre-spawn fish. So just throwing it off drops, and those fish are either up on the base of the drop or just right off of it, feeding up for the spawn. So right now we're in 24 feet, casting up to like 2 and then bringing it down the drop. That's kind of how this whole lake is. It's just really steep, sharp drops. So like you can be 5 feet off the shore, you can be in, 20, 25 feet of water. It's definitely unique, but you get used to it after a while.
There was the great debate at the beginning of the day. Do we say where we are fishing or not? The person who owns this house is surely going to know where we are, and the rest of the shoreline pretty much gives it away too. So if you're familiar with the Keweenaw Peninsula, you know we're on Torch Lake. And if you know me, I was fascinated with the old copper mining ruins along the shore.
That's what a lot of these bass hang out in this time of year, is just all the old ruins, the old pilings. It gives them a lot of nice structure to hang out on. There's one. Not a big one, but they all fight. Little guy, probably, I don't know, almost 2 pounds, but good start. Get him back.
I was waiting until after May 27th to call Connor for a story after the possession season opened for bass, because I had no idea bass were open to target year-round.
Luckily, Michigan has a catch and release all year on smallmouth and largemouth, so I think Wisconsin does now too, and I think they're trying to do that in Minnesota. So it's kind of happening everywhere now. Well, it's the same size as the other one. It just fights so hard. That's why I love smallmouth. They just never give up. I mean, this one's probably not even a 2-pounder, and it's fighting like this. That's a little bit better than I thought. That's, I don't know, probably 2.5, maybe 3. Yeah, 2 3/4, so almost 3. That's a lot of fish are like this in this lake. So really healthy fishery. There's one. Drag's really loose. That's a nice one. There we go. That's a nice smallmouth right there. That's easily over 3. There's so many fish in this lake of this caliber. It's so much fun. Just ate the swim bait. This time of year, yeah, if they're eating the swim bait, I'll stick with it. Just because I like to move around a lot this time of year and kind of fish fast. So this helps me cover a lot of water, and if they're eating it, I'll do it. If I have to slow down, I will. But yeah, this time of year, I like to stick with the swim bait. Not sure what that is, but there's one. Little guy, really little one. But even these ones fight hard. It's a future big one right here. You're not really gonna catch a lot on one spot. You're kind of gonna have to move around to catch a lot, but you know, you can catch a few here, a few there, and before you know it, you're at, 20. So there's pretty much everything that's like smallmouth, walleye, pike, largemouth, bluegill, perch. This in Portage is probably like the biggest fishery in our area. So it gets the most pressure. A lot of walleye anglers out here. So the bass really don't get touched that much, which is good. There's like so many big pike in here, it's crazy. If it wasn't for bass, I'd probably just target like big pike. One.
Bass or pike?
This one's a bass. Not a huge one. We'll net him since I got it out. Not a huge one, but still a nice fish. Probably a 2-pounder. Get him back.
Connor grew up right here in Lake Linden, so you could say he has some home court advantage on this lake.
I didn't get bit here yesterday, but I'm just gonna fish it just because I've gotten bit here in the past, so. And we gotta go around this corner anyway, so. Oh, I missed one. Dang. We'd be at like 11 right now. Might come back. I think I stung it though. There's one, big one. This one's a good one. Felt bigger, but still another nice one, probably another 2-pounder. There's so many of these in this lake, it's crazy. They're all like clones, but it's so much fun. Get her back. Big one too. Like really big. This might be the biggest of the day. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, came off in the net. That's a nice one there. That's probably another one over 3, 3.5. Just pretty fish.
We, and by we I mean Connor, worked hard for these fish, so you get to see them all. We can't let these fish get hooked for nothing, so everyone is worth their own 5 seconds of fame.
They're all fun. Another little guy will help with the numbers. probably 2-pounder. Decent fish. I don't know how long you have, but there's one. Oh, there's another one with it. That is so cool. You're gonna get that on camera. Oh, that's why. Got it on the top of the head. I caught this fish on a drop shot. That's probably my favorite smallmouth bait all year round, especially in the summer when the fish are out deep. Just a #1 size hook, 1/4 ounce weight, 3.5 inch flatworm by Berkeley, and it catches fish. Yep, really little one. That was the same one too, it just spit out my bait. Little guy.
What I learned out here today is to fish for smallmouth bass under and around structure. Old copper mining ruins, pilings, rocks, trees, docks.
This time of year, shallow structure, shallow cover will be the best. Like right now, the water temp's 53, so there's gonna be some fish starting to push up on the flat to get ready for spawning. And then there'll be still pre-spawn fish kind of right off the drop waiting to push up to spawn, so.
And you need a good aim to skip lures into some of these tight spaces.
That's like, I don't know, something you gotta learn for bass fishing. It's like, you're not gonna be perfect with it, but I don't know, bass fishing is just a whole different game, I feel like. Like there's a lot of like casting and stuff you gotta get good with, and it takes a while.
I would imagine it takes a bit to teach newbie clients how to bass fish around all this.
Yeah, I just kind of, like I fish a little bit in the beginning of the day, just to kind of show them like, you know, how to work the bait, how to fish the bait, kind of the whole setup there. And then really I let them enjoy the fishing. So that's kind of the different thing with bass guiding. Like you're using all artificial lures, all, you know, it's kind of like, you got to kind of know how to fish the technique. So that's what makes it a little bit tougher than, you know, just fishing with live bait, you know, guiding that way in my opinion. But it ends up working out fine. So the clients always catch on quick and it always ends up being fun. So I normally take 2 people. That's really what I found is best for bass fishing. I can take 3 if it's, you know, like a family with younger kids. But yeah, I try to take 2 if possible. There's one. That's a big one. Like really big. That's a good one right there. That one's probably close to 4 pounds. I'd say if we can get a weight to be official, but that's a really nice fish. 372, so almost a 4-pounder. Really nice fish. I started bass fishing when I was like 16. I fished on and off my whole life, but yeah, I really started getting into it at 16 and kind of just skyrocketed from there. This year I'm looking forward to kind of building up my client base and, you know, kind of just chasing my dream of fishing for a living, guiding full time. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Over the Memorial Day weekend, many young adults transitioned from high school senior to high school graduate and were probably asked 100 times what they were going to study in college. And if you're one of those graduates who have no idea, you still have plenty of time to figure that out. Connor here realized while in college he wanted to be a fishing guide.
I was going for fisheries management at Lake State and realized that I wanted to start guiding then. I kind of wanted to be fishing every day instead of kind of studying fish every day. So that's kind of when I decided I wanted to guide. Another nice one on the swim bait. Probably another 3-pounder. Somewhere, maybe a little under, but still a nice fish. Another nice one. Probably another one close to 3. Getting close to 20 on the day now, so it's been fun. I think that's officially now number 20 on the day, so.
In the early morning, the lake was a mirror. Later in the morning, the wind picked up as predicted, and I was curious if that would affect the bite.
When like it's flat calm, smallmouth will actually push up on flats and you can sight fish them. And that's like an all year round thing, unless like the water's super cold. But other than that, it really doesn't affect them too much, so. That's kind of a little secret there. I don't think many people realize that. I think that might be the pike.
The big pike?
I think so. We're gonna chase it with the trolling motor. Not crazy big, but. Not huge, but. Ooh, that's a nice one. That one was really shallow. Nice. Thought it was bigger in the water, but still a good one. Fought hard. Skinny though. I'd say within like the first quarter of the cast they've been hitting. Some will follow it and eat it right at the boat. It really kind of depends on the fish, but yeah, they're hitting it pretty much right as you get to like the beginning of the drop. Oh, it's on. It just ate it right there. That's crazy. It's a decent one too. It just popped right out. Another solid one. This fish, it bit, I reeled it back, I was fixing my reel and it ate it just sitting there, so. There we go. That one ate again. That's a decent one too. Got the lawnmower in the background. Another decent one.
Count them up, 26 fish.
So you can visit me on social media, Connor Baccus Fishing. Visit my website, connorbaccusfishing.com, or call me at 906-395-1959. So yeah, I'd love to have you in the boat.
That's all for tonight, and I hope to see you right back here next week for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.